Today's sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier Stadium at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go from Indianapolis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Right to the air, it's Fields. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Moore going in motion.
Vikings.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Fields now on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he will get into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Vikings have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return is Tucker. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Stroud gonna throw right away. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. Play action now for Fields. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackles behind the line. It's a loss of one.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
He's got his man. Complete to Dell. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on fourth down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, Fields. They're set up the screen here to Hubbard. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here we go. Green 19. Easy, easy, easy. All right.
Second down, it's Fields. Moving outside the pocket. He keeps it himself. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Fields. A diving effort there, just out of his reach. Incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you just got to catch the ball.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game.
Makes the score Vikings 14.
But I think these guys were ready for week 1 to get started. I mean, we see teams kind of limp their way into the regular season, and they don't find their form until a couple weeks in. But they didn't play a ton in the preseason, but that's 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and let's all say, what the heck does the preseason even mean?
Trey Tucker on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. Now, flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Here we go. Let's go. White, 118. What's that?
From the gun, here's Stroud. Flush to his right. He's going to tuck it and go.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Oh, ready?
Now Stroud. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic. Don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here. The defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 43-yard line.
A first down throw for Fields. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Vikings.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's a toss left side. It's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Max Melton there to get him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Angel. Green 19.
It's a zone read given to Hubbard. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there.
3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Don't jump.
Throwing is Fields. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
At the 23-yard line. It's a gain
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Off the play action, here's Fields. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 3 yards to go.
Now Fields. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Vikings stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Oh, 11. On 18. What's that?
Stroud to throw here on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Ow, what's that? On 18. What's that?
Here's Stroud. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is caught. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A Beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Hey, Ken.
They go play action with Fields. Throw left side, finds down. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Here we go tonight. Angel 8, green 19, green 19.
To throw is Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that ended up going the other direction.
Defender drapes all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down. And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw is Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Stroud. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see, guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Rolling right. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Stroud to throw here on first and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up, Indianapolis, that is their second, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
Look to hot, look to hot. Now, what's right? 118, what's up? Hey, south, south, south.
Second down throw for Stroud. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number one.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will go all the way. Amarian Hampton, touchdown Indianapolis.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Colts 14.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Fields to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready? Right, coach. 18. What's up?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He was covered by
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. And that one incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is third and 10. Stroud. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. The Colts about set to punt. As he's on to punt for the second time. This one, fielded out beyond the 25. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. From the 33, here's second down and 7.
At the 33-yard line.
551, 12 go.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah McDuffie. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Now from the 7, it's second and goal.
Here we go, let's go.
Here's Stroud. That one intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Minnesota. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
He's going to try to do it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. Right side, that's Laporta, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
To throw, it's Stroud. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Nike Texas. Look the hot, look the hot.
On second down, Stroud. open man downfield. It's Addison. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
25 yards on the play.
First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
First and 10.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Hey, King. What's up? Hey, south. Hey.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's up? Hey. Buggy.
Back to throw. Stroud. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Colts. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Set to kick off.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play.
A gain of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's hard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
34-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10.
11. Delta. Hey.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred. This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. This defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Exiting the pocket right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of
A
downs.
gain of 11 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
19 more yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and goal, Minnesota.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Hubbard is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he brings this back all the way to midfield.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Oh, ready? Hey, swap. Mother swap.
Throwing is Stroud. In trouble, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up, and until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Oh, ready? Check. 11, 18. That's it.
Stroud, going to set up the throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's good for
a big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
Line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
Well, it's no secret to anybody who follows this league. This is one of the elite playmakers in the entire NFL. So he put one high, thinking his guy would go up there and get it. We've seen him do it so many times before, but just puts a little too much on it and ends up sailing over his head.
Stroud back to the air on 2nd down. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Stroud to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
How was that? Hot. 18. What's that? Tonight.
Now, Stroud. Now he'll work his way out right. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They're set up the screen here to Hubbard. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Can't.
To throw is Fields. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby Okereke.
After playing pretty well the first 3 quarters, found themselves nursing a lead. Bad time to get the turnover bug here, Mike. I mean, that's twice now in the 4th quarter. They've turned the ball over, and instead of being in prime position to close this game out, they're fighting for their lives.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Colts first down.
To throw is Stroud. Will go right back to Laporta. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
South. Buggy.
They'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
They come up for 2nd and 2.
4-yard line.
Swap. 19 Texas.
Now Stroud. Flush to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Now, a big 3rd down. Back to throw. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but slim that went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Another run here with Hubbard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
It's now 3rd.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last two plays are a great example why.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. On the return is Tucker. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. This is first and 10.
All right. 18.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Here we go. 18. Outside. Hey, uno.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
Well, it's no secret what's happening here, Mike. They need points, and they need points quick. The best way to get them is through the deep ball. But obviously, the defense is prepared for it. So, again, they're going to continue to play deep, force you to throw the ball underneath, and make you go the long way. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. One game, one win here in this season opener. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.